Hello, today is Saturday, May 30th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Fortune, Russia's finances are being ravaged by the mounting costs of war, as Ukraine's latest drone campaign is sending Vladimir Putin's forces reeling and driving a new phase in combat. Since 2022, Ukraine's drone warfare has fundamentally altered military dynamics, inflicting heavy financial and operational losses on Russian forces. Russia's response increasingly relies on electronic warfare and modifying Shahed-style drones to hunt moving targets and dodge defenses, with economic growth projected to stall at just 0.4% in 2026 due in large part to escalating war expenses. Key numbers highlight the dramatic shifts. Russia's war costs and Ukrainian drone overmatch are weighing down the economy and slashing GDP growth expectations to 0.4%, as Fortune reports. Business Insider notes Ukraine's new mid-range strike drones are turning Russia's once safe rear areas into kill zones, both practical and psychological, while Russia's tactics now involve sending up to 15 cheap drones after a single Ukrainian soldier, a drastic shift in operational strategy. Consequences are already clear. In the near term, Russian military logistics and rear operations face mounting disruption, raising casualty and resource loss rates, while Russia is forced to spend more on drone defenses, further straining its budget and reserves. Medium term, relentless Ukrainian drone pressure could accelerate Russia's economic stagnation and undermine military morale, and advanced drone warfare is likely to prompt an arms race and rapid technological innovation by both sides. Next, shifting to recent controversies and legal decisions in U.S. government actions involving Donald Trump. According to the Associated Press, former Attorney General Pam Bondi refused to answer lawmakers' questions about Donald Trump's involvement in the release of Jeffrey Epstein case files, while standing behind the Trump administration's decision to release them. Trump has been at the center of repeated controversy and legal challenges, especially regarding his handling of sensitive case files and influence on federal cultural institutions, a legacy that continues to spark debate over transparency and naming rights policies. On May 29, 2026, Bondi's refusal to address Trump's role in the Epstein file release made headlines, and that same day, U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper issued a federal ruling that Trump's name was illegally added to the Kennedy Center, blocking the administration from closing the venue for major renovations. These decisions highlight significant facts. Bondi's silence may trigger further congressional scrutiny and public concern over government transparency, and Judge Cooper's ruling sets a precedent for oversight of federal cultural institutions. Immediate consequences include potential short-term disruptions for the Kennedy Center, while medium-term impacts may involve changes to federal naming and renovation policies. Political fallout could alter Trump's public standing and influence the future of legal challenges against his administration. Next, we turn to the threats quantum computing poses for cryptocurrencies and financial security. New Scientist reports that advances in quantum computing are threatening to render the encryption protecting Bitcoin and even private retirement savings useless, potentially affecting everyone regardless of cryptocurrency ownership. Quantum computers are projected to break elliptic curve cryptography, the backbone of Bitcoin's security, and the concept of Q-Day marks the moment when financial systems globally could be exposed to unprecedented risks. Major cryptocurrency networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum are directly exposed, while financial institutions, banks, and pension funds rely on cryptographic security that could be shattered by quantum breakthroughs. On May 29, 2026, New Scientist warned of the coming quantum threat to Bitcoin and private savings. The near-term consequence is heightened uncertainty and volatility in crypto markets as confidence wavers. Medium-term, there's an urgent need for migration to quantum-resistant cryptographic protocols across financial platforms. If retirement savings are at risk, regulatory action and a shift in financial infrastructure investments may become necessary, and failing to address quantum threats could lead to widespread theft or disruption for cryptocurrency holders and savers everywhere. Now, onto the markets. International markets showed mixed performance, with Italy and Spain rising 0.20% and 0.24% respectively, while the United Kingdom slipped by almost 0.15%. Germany's second ETF, UD, advanced 0.09%, making Germany one of the stronger regions. Among Asian markets, Taiwan surged by 0.43% day over day and nearly 18% month on month, marking the biggest regional move, while India eased 0.27%. Commodities were dominated by a 1% jump in gold, but U.S. oil dropped 1.29% and silver was nearly flat. Agriculture pulled back, led by corn and wheat both falling around 1.5%-1.9% daily. In favorites, Oracle soared by 10.8% day over day and 37.8% monthly, standing out as the top gainer, while Intel declined by 5.1%. Microsoft climbed 5.4% in a strong showing, and Mu surged by 5.1%, with ARM also sharply higher. Nvidia slipped 1.45% and Amazon eased 1.2%. In sectors, the S&P 500 ETF advanced 0.25% day over day and over 6% for the month. Healthcare retreated nearly 1%, finance gained 0.6%, while real estate and clean energy both declined slightly. Semiconductor ETFs were flat, but their month-on-month gains exceeded 26%, making this sector stand out. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.